What if I told you some people didn't lose to nature? They lost to corsets, elk antlers, electricity, and a concert curtain. Welcome to the only countdown where common sense dies before the people do. What's up, legends and agents of chaos? Welcome back to Fun Amazed, the channel where real life proves every single day that warning labels exist for a reason. Today, we are diving into Top 5 Darwin Award winner Volume 27. If you love dark humor, unbelievable true stories, and watching humanity trip over its own shoelaces, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an episode of Wow, That Was Avoidable. Alright, deep breath. Let's count this thing down. Number 5. Tight lacing. November 3rd, 1912. St. Louis, USA. Let's kick things off classy. Vaudeville classy. Corset classy. Number 5 goes to Joseph Hanella, a 40-year-old female impersonator whose commitment to the silhouette was fatal. Joseph was a stage performer in the golden age of vaudeville. Feathers, makeup, drama, applause, and corsets tighter than today's Wi-Fi passwords. In his younger years, the look came easy. But as time marched on and metabolism took a coffee break, Joseph did what many performers do when the mirror gets rude. He pulled the laces tighter, and tighter, and tighter. Friends warned him. Doctors probably sighed. Gravity watched patiently. Joseph believed tight lacing was essential to maintaining his career. Beauty is pain, right? Well, and sometimes beauty is internal organ failure. During a performance at a Southside theater, Joseph collapsed on stage. No dramatic curtain call, no encore. He died 3 hours later at City Hospital. Cause of death? A corset that squeezed so hard it basically told his lungs, "You live here rent-free? Not anymore." Of corset, it was a terrible waste. So let me ask you, how far is too far for fashion? Would you rather give up your aesthetic or give up oxygen? Drop your thoughts below, and remember, if you can't sit down, maybe loosen the laces. Number 4. Antlers Ahoy! 1985, Montana. Next up, we have a story that proves crime doesn't pay, but it does float, eventually. 2 locals in Montana had a genius plan: steal shed elk antlers from Yellowstone National Park. Why? Because antlers sell for about $7 a pound, and a big set can weigh 30 pounds. That's not wildlife, that's walking Venmo. Cars were too risky, ranger checkpoints everywhere. Backpacks? Rookie numbers. So naturally, they chose a rubber raft at night on a river in spring. They loaded this inflatable regret balloon to the absolute limit with sharp, pointy antlers, basically turning it into a floating medieval weapon rack, and pushed off into the Gardner River under cover of darkness. Here's the thing about rivers. They don't care about your business plan. Spring runoff had doubled the water flow. Rapids showed up like, "Oh, we're doing this now." The raft hit rough water, bounced once, twice, and pop. Antlers punctured the raft like they were personally offended by flotation devices. One man managed to swim to shore, hike to the road, and hitch a ride into town. Lucky, blessed, chosen. The other man? Nature filed a missing persons report. A week later, his body floated onto a sunbathing beach like the world's worst beach accessory. Plot twist, the storyteller? Yeah, he found the body. And he was also in the car when his cousin gave the survivor a ride the week before. So, would you risk your life for elk decor? And more importantly, what's the dumbest easy money plan you've ever heard? Because this one sank fast. Number 3. Hazard befell him. 27th of March, 1981, Indiana. This one comes with legal documents, which somehow makes it even funnier. Bruce woke up at the foot of a utility pole in the woods. His dog was asleep. A raccoon nearby was extremely deceased. Bruce himself? Severely burned. Arms, hands, and genitals damaged beyond saving. Naturally, Bruce sued the utility company. Here's what happened. Bruce had been out raccoon hunting. His dog chased a raccoon up a power pole. The raccoon perched on a glass insulator near live wires. Most people would say, "Well played, raccoon," and go home. Bruce said, "I got this." He strapped steel pole climbers to his boots and climbed the utility pole like it was Mount Everest with fur at the top. He began slapping the pole and yelling to scare the raccoon. Near, live, high voltage, wires. The raccoon survived. Bruce did not, at least not intact. In court, the ruling was legendary. The judge stated that Bruce should have appreciated the hazard that ultimately befell him. Translation: Sir, you climbed an electric pole to yell at a raccoon. So tell me, what animal would you absolutely not mess with? And have you ever ignored a danger so obvious it deserved its own warning label? Because Bruce sure did. Number 2. Kiss of Death. 23rd of March, 2000, California. Concert stories are supposed to end with ringing ears and overpriced merch. Not this. Sean, a 36-year-old biochemist, traveled from Calistoga to Oakland to see Kiss on their farewell tour. Dreams fulfilled. Legends witnessed. Face paint everywhere. One problem. His seat sucked. Instead of accepting fate like the rest of us peasants, Sean decided to improve the situation. He climbed a 7-foot wall to get closer to the stage. Behind the wall? Not a platform, not a ledge, a curtain. Sean leaned back, trusting fabric with his life, and fell 3 stories, landing on an escalator 100 feet below. His friends didn't even know he was gone until police started asking questions after the show. A police spokesman described the site as a good place to obtain a better view. Sir, no. This wasn't a backstage pass, this was a physics lesson. So here's the question. What's the worst seat you've ever tolerated? And would you risk everything just to see Gene Simmons up close? Because Sean did, and gravity never misses. Number 1. Power punch proves fatal. August 1999, England. And finally, number 1. Where fitness met electricity and neither survived. Ian was a fitness fanatic and a self-employed electrician. 2 big passions, 2 identities, 1 terrible crossover episode. He converted a room in his seaside cottage into a home gym. Weights, equipment, and a punch bag hanging from the ceiling by a chain. After a night of partying with his cousin Norton, Ian came home to show off his setup. He flipped on the lights and casually punched the bag. Kaboom! Instant electrocution. Why? Because Ian, electrician Ian, had somehow wired the power supply directly to the punch bag. The bag didn't swing, it fought back. Norton's friend later said, "It's crazy that 2 major parts of his life contributed to his death. You might say he was shockingly fit." So, final question of the night. What's the most dangerous DIY job you've ever seen? And should electricians maybe not electrify gym equipment? And there you have it. Top 5 Darwin Award winners, Volume 27. Which one made you wince the hardest? Tight lacing? Antler rafting? The electric punch bag from hell? Drop your pick in the comments, like the video, subscribe to Fun Amazed, and share this with someone who thinks they're immune to bad decisions. Because remember, nature doesn't hate you. Physics doesn't care. And common sense is optional until it isn't. See you in the next one.